I'm here. I am here. I am here. I am here. And I hope you're having a fabulous day because we're going to be talking about. Let me get this adjusted here. Let me adjust this. We're going to be talking about engagement. We're going to be talking about the process of creating a live stream and how the process works because I love sharing interesting people doing interesting things, and you know this, and hopefully you've been able to enjoy an episode, a person on an episode, or have made a few connections as a result of being on an episode. So I just want to make sure that I'm producing some content here that might plant a seed for 2022 for you. And so I'm going to be, and I've been on back-to-back calls today, and there's some amazing things taking place that I can't wait to share because I know for a fact that we're going to be doing some incredible events. And I want to get into a few of these things. And so, is my sound okay? Do I look okay? So let's get into this. All right. Let's jump in because you're here. I'm here. Michael Baker's here. Evening, Pirates. So let's jump in. Let's move it. Welcome to the Pirate Broadcast, where we interview interesting people doing interesting things, where you can expand your connections, your community. Kindness is cool and smiles are free. And let's get this party started. I'm going to update that. I will update that, and I just will have to, go through that process when I can. A lot of live streamers have been, recently there's been a lot of shows around the idea that what's in store for live streaming, what's in store, what's in the future, all of that kind of good stuff. And I've talked about this many times on the show. I've shared my feelings and my emotions about this because we're at the beginning stages. And I know that you know that right now is an amazing time to start some side hustle, a business. If you're searching for a way to actually enhance your life and improve some of your circumstances and figure out what you want to do, you have to learn a few things. There's a few things that you need to know, and some skills that you can add. And I'm a encourager of lifelong learning, where we actually continue to learn, because even if you're unemployed right now, and there's been a lot of people that probably got laid off this month, and I've got some people out there that I know that you don't lose the experience and the talent that you've acquired up until this moment. So if you can, sorry, I got an eyelash. If you can adopt that, add what you love to do, and see what you can create. What kind of environments can you actually create, and what kind of experience can you share with the rest of the world? Content creation, the ability and the opportunity to actually make connections and create a live stream and start building an audience around that is an incredibly powerful tool that can help you generate a conversation. And a conversation is one of these things that starts the flywheel turning, because when you have momentum and you have the ability to connect and collaborate with people, opportunities they just automatically arrive. And so I just want to make sure that people have the tools necessary to get started. And one of the things that I've attempted to do is generate some of these ideas and these concepts around how do you start? How do you get started? What does it actually take? What is necessary? What is needed in order to accomplish goals as you develop and encourage other people around you to get started? And as someone who has created a few live streams, created a few podcasts, broadcast on radio, and been in the technology business for decades. I can tell you there's some very simple processes that you can take ownership on and develop your voice, create your message and everything that you have going on, because it's important to understand that this is the case. And I just want to give a shout out. Michael Baker, thank you so much for being here. Let me know. Are you feeling better? Are you doing okay? I hope you're well. Send me a message. Let me know. Finding common ground, things that people can relate to. Absolutely. Howard says, yes. We're talking about collaboration, and Howard's a wonderful individual that has some amazing products. orllabs.com. Just give him a shout. Some great gifts, by the way. JC, Russ, happy holidays. Happy holidays. Thank you here. Sarathi, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Michael Baker says, be present in the moment and open to opportunities. I want to talk about what's the opportunity that you're looking for? What is the opportunity that you are considering? And what is the idea that kind of been in the back of your mind, but you haven't really shared it with anybody? You know, it's just us, so you can share it with me. And what is that idea, that essence that you're thinking with or struggling with and saying, should I not? What will people think? What is it? You know, starting a book, listing putting a post up. What is it that it is starting, and what is it that's driving your attention to do something like this? Driss, join and build your community with WW. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for the promotion there. I'm not sure what that's about, but I do know what this is about. Peekaboo from Maryland, USA. And Daniel Hall is an awesome individual that you need to know and connect with. Just tell him a pirate sent you and you want to learn more about Peekaboo, because I actually shared Peekaboo with another friend of mine, Chris Ross, over at winject.com/join if you want to learn more about podcasting. I'm a part of that community as well. So Michael Baker says, inspiration, encouragement, and discipline, commitment to it. You know, self-care is something that you do even when you don't want to. It's like getting up in the morning when you want to stay in bed. You know, it's one of those things that you have to understand. Russ Johns, good to see you multiple times in a day. Absolutely, Chris. Love you, man. And this is a point that, you know, we were talking about earlier on another episode, is sometimes just showing up makes the difference. Showing up is what makes the difference in the world that you're developing. And when you show up and you become visible and you're sharing a message just like this, people start to recognize it and people start to gravitate toward it. And you have an opportunity to actually shine your light on other people and share that out with the world and grow your message. And it's really about the idea of how can I actually implement this idea that I'm thinking about, but I haven't really spoken to anyone about. I don't want to be judged by it. I don't want to measure. It's like, okay, maybe it's time. Maybe, just maybe, just a thought. Don't be scared. Maybe it's time you just took a leap, trusted yourself, and decided, you made that decision that you want to start a project that allows you to experiment. You know, I like to say I've started more projects and more businesses than many people that I know. And not everything turned out exactly how I anticipated. However, it was an experiment. That's how I look at it. It's not a failure. It was an experiment. it didn't return the results that I would imagined, and I'm going to go on and do something else. You know, there's some things you create. You have something that you might put out into the world. You might have something that you really believe in, and you know that it's going to take place, and people are going to be excited about it. Yet, when it gets out in the world, nobody wants to pull their wallet out for it. It's like, and that's what I call an experiment. So, love you, Daniel. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Half the battle is just showing up, JC. Absolutely. Michael Baker, taking a leap of faith, as by your faith in all things are made possible unto you. Absolutely. Fear and faith, they're incredibly close. They're cousins. And sometimes, they're both based on something you cannot see, you cannot experience. And so, unless, of course, it's a lion and you're out in the jungle and you're being attacked by a bear, lions and tigers and bears. Oh, my. However, that's less common today than it has been in distant centuries. The thing that I really want to do is just impress upon you and share that very little can go wrong by attempting something new. You're in an environment that's safe. You have friends that care. You have family that love you. And even if your idea may sound a little challenging, there are things that you can do to remove that challenge. Ask for help. Find somebody that's doing it already. Talk to them. There's a lot of people out here that are doing some amazing work, creating some incredible content. And they're doing things. In fact, I have Carissa tomorrow at 7 a.m. on the Pirate broadcast is Carissa from TikTok. Carissa of TikTok. She's actually a social media person that has 1 million followers on TikTok. And I know for a fact, I can promise you, she started at 0. Yeah, it's true. She started at 0. She didn't go to TikTok and say, can I start at 500,000 followers? No, she started at 0. So that's the thing that we got to do is take a risk, have faith in yourself. Whiskey Musings, yes. Is that who I think it is? Whiskey Musings? Drop in the comments. Love it. Fear and doubt are powerful resistance. Don't be afraid to fail. Einstein failed often before he succeeded as Babe Ruth. Absolutely. Absolutely. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, right? As you told me a while ago, you never know what people are going to like. That's right. You never know. You never know. Rick Steiner. Rick, brother, how are you doing? What's going on? I thought it was you, and I haven't been around, so I love to hear from you. Jenny Gold. Hi, Pirates. Michael Baker says, if you don't challenge yourself, you'll never know what you're truly capable of. Amen. Yes. Rick. Yeah. I got to catch up with you, man. You're probably launching shows left and right. I just believe that there are places and there's ideas out there that have yet to be discovered. And you probably have a few of them that you've probably passed over thinking, oh, that's crazy. Nobody's going to want to hear that. Nobody's going to want to see that. Yet, if you ask somebody like Elon Musk, or you ask, people that started something big, like maybe, let's say Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all of these platforms started from nothing and became something. And you may not have ambitions to actually grow a business or an entire industry like that. However, you may want to actually share a story for your legacy. I'm working with Liz Lawless right now, and we're talking about the history of rodeo and all of the nuances that go into the industry and some of the things she's been doing for 30 years, and the it's diversity in rodeo and all of the different people that have arrived in the rodeo. And there's so many things that are taking place right around us that we may not even understand or know about. And I think it's important for us to understand that you have a gift, you have a message. So it's absolutely. Rick says he's doing okay. Things have been slow, but I'm gaining a little traction. Only about a year, but still going. Rick, if you're not familiar with Rick, he does whiskey musings. And Rick, drop a time of the show when you're doing the show. But he talks about a lot of different things, and I love the way that he approaches it. He's an incredibly intelligent individual that I've worked with in the past, and he's just been doing some just some cool stuff over on YouTube. So check it out. You warned me this is a long game. Keep that, never mind. It's like, I don't know how many people I've encouraged to start, and some of them are continuing to grow, and some of them are continuing to put themselves out there. And it's just really, it's not an overnight. It's not like a lever. It's not like a light switch that you could just turn on and let it go on idle. It's not autopilot. It's really about how we can actually generate and build a community. Yeah, you can put the gas in the tank. You can buy, some traffic, and you can buy some attention and, accelerate things. However, if you're going organic, it's really about the idea that we have these ideas and these concepts, and everything that you start is essentially an experiment. So take your skills that you have up until this point, and you can actually generate some activity around that. And what I wanted to do tonight, and I'm not sure if this is the best day to start this, because and the reason I say this is because I wanted to challenge myself to share with you. And I want to ask this question of everybody that's here so far. Is I have a system that I've used and I've adjusted and improved over, 500 or 600 episodes of the Pirate broadcast. And I've also used it in other areas of my business. And it includes some software and some processes. And I wanted to connect the bits and pieces together. And I thought about doing it live. And however, if I'm logged into different accounts, sometimes they auto-populate. And so it's not very good. But the thought that I had is I still want to do this start to finish. And I put some courses up on the Pirate Syndicate, piratesyndicate.com/courses. And you can go there and sign up and take some courses. They're free. I have some paid courses and free courses. And what I wanted to do is find out from you tonight if you're interested in learning the entire process that I use, from booking a guest to scheduling a guest to creating the content for a show to actually following up to actually posting, all of these pieces of the puzzle. Would that be something that you would be interested in hearing about or learning about? And I want to be able to create that if you're interested. If you're not interested, I would probably, Damon's an awesome individual. If you're not connected with Damon, go out there and tell him you're a pirate looking for connections. So, yes. Yeah. Rick says, I'm blushing. You're an incredibly talented individual, Rick. Rick is on YouTube and Rumble, along with doing live audio spinoff on Spreaker. Spreaker's another platform I love. And you can actually also, I'm doing audio on Saturdays, streaming to Clubhouse. So if anybody wants to know about that, be happy to do that. So I know I'm always interested in seeing how others do things. Absolutely. So I'll be creating that. Yep. Encouragement for the geek droids and Russ, attainment for the rockers. Any love, creative stuff. Russ is all innovation. Anything gains momentum, crazy, but always kind. Always that's the yes, Sarathi. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Michael Baker says, yes, I would be interested in sharing your experience and strength and hope. Absolutely. Be the inspiration and set the example. That's what I do that. You know, I live a very simple life. I'm not, I'm not elaborate in my lifestyle. I'm not anything, I'm a caregiver. I'm a helper and a supporter for my family here in Arizona. Dad passed away. Mom's still here. So she's 85. She turned 85 in October. And, my sister's here helping us out and we're all getting together and helping each other out is really what it's about. So life is simple. And I love the opportunity to help other people. And one of the things that I'm helping out in areas, a number of areas, is winjet.com is a platform designed around building audiences for your podcast and building communities around podcasting, as well as the Pirate Syndicate, which is an extension of the Pirate Broadcast, where I'm creating courses and supporting producers, helping producers learn how to teach and produce shows of their own, as well as creating shows for business owners and organizations. Live events as well. We do live events. So those are some things that we do. I also have been known to create a website or two for about the last 15 years. And all of these things are pieces of the recipe of what we're doing right now with live streaming. There's a lot of things that you have to understand or at least appreciate, is that there are always going to be an opportunity to actually create content. And I believe live streaming is one of the most effective ways of creating content. And that is developed as a result of going live just like this, taking that audio file, putting it on a podcast, taking that podcast audio, converting it into a transcription, and then also taking that transcription and using that for posts, put it on your website, put it on social media, and then take that video, slicing it up into segments and doing some audiograms for Instagram maybe, or you put out some transcript or some images out there that highlight to come back to your show, come back to your podcast, and come back and continue that flywheel effect. And it's an audience builder for engagement. And that's really as simple as I can make it. So Alex, what's going on, Alex? Always learning here. Love learning how pioneers or pirates like yourself have become successful. That triggers an idea and a thought, Alex, is how we define success. Like I said, I'm not driving a Maserati or a Ferrari or anything. Actually, at this point in time in my life, I don't even own a car. I don't need a car. There's a couple in the driveway. And the freedom I have, the freedom that I have to do what I want, work with the people I like and enjoy, and having these interactions and learning about how to improve, how to increase engagement, and how to make new friends around the world. That to me, I I feel pretty successful in that regard. I have people that love me. I have people that care. And the reality is that my needs are incredibly minor. I've had stuff and I've lost stuff. So at this point in time, but I want to find out from you how a successful live stream or a successful podcast or a successful YouTube channel, what does that look like to you? How would you define that in your own words? What would you use to define that criteria? And what does that look like? Is it a million downloads? Is it a 100 million followers? Is it being your only source of revenue and requirements in your life? Is it just having the freedom to know that even when you sleep, you have money coming in the door? How do you define success? So yeah, let's add the experience for the young guns. All should get together and come out with one chapter, songbook, and movie. Also on Wikipedia. Performance arts are like Energizer batteries for all. Absolutely. Rick says our discussions contributed to another project too. John and I will be launching True Grit Radio Network, internet radio station very soon. That is fantastic. I ping John every once in a while on online, and he just got a house in Texas, so I'm really happy for him and his family. It's fantastic. I love it. Jenny Gold. I was going to write the same thing. Gabe says, "What's up, buddy?" Hey, Gabe, full transparency. I was going to do the show that I was thinking about doing last week, and then you and I got on line and we got off on a tangent, and I didn't do it. And I'm okay with that. And I think what I'm going to do, Gabe, is probably just create a course out of it. And I'm really excited. I sent you a link to Thrive Themes 4.0, Thrive Apprentice. They're coming out with, and I'm going to geek out on everyone for a minute. Thrive Apprentice is a platform that I use to create courses, and they're coming out with the new version is released in January 22nd, I believe. And this is going to be a game changer for my course creation, because what I want to do in 2022 is I want to create a course, and I don't want to just create a course and just drop it in there and say, hey, buy my course. I want to create a mastermind and like a sprint. And if anybody has been in software development, they understand what a sprint is. So you create a course, but not only create a course, but you create a mastermind so you can actually help everybody develop the outcomes from the course, and you have accountability and you have some assistance and support along the way. And I got some people involved in that, and I'm really, really excited about it. So look forward to having me share courses and content and some real creativity in 2022. I really would love to be able to do that with you. So let's see. Yeah, nice, Rick. Years back, I was called on Chicago radio station. I was 17, I guess, as a blogger. See, there's all kinds of creativity over here. Damon. Hey, Damon, if I don't recall, you're up in the Northwest, as I recall, correct? Gabe says, I need to chat with you. I'll reach out tomorrow. Gabe, you reach out anytime. I'll be happy to talk to you. I talked to Chris too. We got some things going on. Got some new happenings going on, and I got some things happening with Dub. Stay tuned, because I'm in the process of creating a certification course for Dub, so people can learn more about Dub and how everything's going on with Dub. And it's extremely exciting. So 2022 is going to be an amazing year. So Jenny Gold says, Gabe, received a camera. Sweet, Jenny. Yes. Clarity and definiteness of purpose. Definite. That doesn't sound right. Definiteness, having a purpose and being clear and definite about it. Also going to reach out to RJ tomorrow. Perfect. We're going to get some things going on. Rick says, thanks. Really, John's baby, but my part is really on the tech side, which was great fun to research and figure out. Hey, if you ever want to take live calls on a live stream, I got that figured out for you, Rick. So if you want to do that. Also, if you want to stream to Clubhouse in multiple locations, you can do that as well. Alex says, I think successful live stream is one that provides useful information and builds community. Yes, being able to live comfortably from your stream is awesome, but I personally think live streaming is supplementary to your business. How you have courses and content to monetize, but the live stream builds a community and provides great info. That's my model. It's thanks for sharing that, Alex, because yes, think of it like any large business that sends billions of dollars. Coca-Cola spends billions of dollars on marketing and advertising, and that's to be seen, to be heard, and be talked about. And on the live stream, we're having conversations right now, and we're really involved in this idea that we have an opportunity to engage. You are the media. You could pick up a phone anytime in the future, now, later, whenever, and you can start broadcasting right now. Whereas not too long ago, and I won't say in the good old days, but I could say not too long ago, to be able to do a remote broadcast for a radio station, it took engineers, it took trucks, it took sometimes satellite feeds. And, you've seen probably these vans driving around with the satellite dish on the roof. All of those things are no longer required to create and stream content. And it's only going to get better. It's only going to get more improved. Yeah, that's what I thought, Dana. Yeah, Rick is up in your neck of the woods, so you could probably connect. We got lots of friends up there. Says I used to live in Seattle. Used to live out on the peninsula as well. And Bellevue, I've lived in Bellevue, Kirkland, here and there around the Northwest, Portland. Still working out some kinks here and there, but it's coming together nicely. Well, tell John hello. Been doing that. Would love to compare notes, though. Fantastic. I love it. This is the year of live streaming and participation in live events. I think so. And the reality is we all have the opportunity to contribute to the greater good. We all have the ability to contribute to the idea that there's a bigger voice here. There's a message that needs to be heard. And there's these ideas that are planted in your psyche that are waiting to get out. And if no other reason whatsoever, to share your experience with your kids or your grandkids or your great grandkids. And I would love to be able to sit down and interview my grandparents. And, I've talked about that with my mom, and we've got some recordings, and, I saved some videos and some files and things like that. And it does take time. It does take energy. And it does take an idea that we can actually grow with it. And there's so many things that we can actually contribute in terms of information. Education in the next number of years is going to have to evolve as well. I don't know that we necessarily need to continue with the same model because the information is free now. You can go on YouTube and learn almost anything. You can curate content. There's courses out there that are being created on a regular basis, a daily basis, actually. And there's so many things that we need to think about and consider as we move into the next few decades, about how we're able to communicate and the tools we're using and the technology that's being developed and put out there. And it's really, I think it's important for us to really reflect on that. And as a society, and being part of humanity, we need to consider how we capture and create stories that are going to be meaningful, not only now, but decades later, centuries later, however long we're here on this planet flying through the universe. And I just think it's I preach kindness a lot, and I preach that giving back, smiles are free. It's the whole purpose of giving back. The whole pirate mentality is that we don't have to do what we've always done because that's the way it's been done. We have an opportunity to actually generate and create something larger than life, larger than ourselves, because we have the technology and the ability to do so. It's really about it's not about limits anymore. It's about what limits are we placing on ourselves? What is it that we're doing on our behalf to create a better future for those around us? How can we actually generate and develop things that are going to last and create a legacy? Those are some of the things that I think about, and how we can actually improve the situations around us. And sometimes that's by highlighting some of the deficiencies that exist. Sometimes it's a little bit about stories that relate to people that may not have everything they need right now. I can't tell you what your story is. I can't tell you what your history is. You could tell your story. You could share your history, though. And that's where we are right now, is we're at that intersection of ability and opportunity versus what we're willing to put out there. So I know this might not be popular, but I'm a big advocate for open source software. I'm not opposed to it at all. I love it. Yeah, let's talk tomorrow. Thanks, Rick. Appreciate it. Howard Kaufman says, the issue is becoming too many choices across so many platforms. The opportunity cost becomes more critical as more content is created. I 100% agree with you, Howard. There's this thing actually called decision fatigue, and the dopamine hits cannot keep on coming. We have to reserve our sanity and unplug and resist being on all the time, 100% every day. And I've been here since 7:00. So I'm not speaking from experiences as much as a desire. Just saying. However, I know that, and this is what I see evolving next, is because of the abundance of information, because of the abundance of experience that we already have in the pipeline. I think that there's going to be a shift. Instead of looking forward to millions of views and millions of followers and all, that's kind of more on the broadcast arena of history, and becoming more topic minded in communities. So if you want to go to a community that's talking about a certain subject, there's going to be a community around that. It's not going to be a huge community. It can be. However, I don't see it as being the masses as much as it is, hey, I just want to hang out with a couple of people that are like-minded and learn more about what they're doing, how they're doing it, what's taking place, what they're interested in doing. And I think those kind of conversations are going to evolve in a smaller grouping and a smaller community. as time goes on. So, Wendy, ahoy, Pirates. Thank you for making 2021 such a bang. And I'm looking forward to 2022. And I was happy to help John. He needs to connect with Chad, and Chad's a rock star. So if let me know if you need introductions there. So Jenny Gold says, I feel like I have decision fatigue. Absolutely. Also, Big Corp starting to live stream, aka HEB. Yeah, I have been preaching that for the last 6 years. I actually had an AM license that I was attempting to get licensed through an organization so they could use it to recruit people out in the field and out in, the population to actually broadcast help wanted advertisements. Of course, it didn't quite go as I planned, but hey, it was an idea. I love the idea that we can communicate like this. I love the idea that we can actually come in, jump on, and see what is possible. I mean, right now, the live streaming, Gabe has created the LinkedIn live streams, hashtag LinkedIn live streams. Go check it out and see if you can't get on board there, and keep interested, keep involved, keep sharing information and getting engaged in these conversations, because I think it's important that we all have something that we can actually connect and collaborate with, especially if we can't get out and physically meet people like we have in the past. And I think it's important, just to stretch our imaginations, stretch our ideas, and expand on what we're doing, because it's really important to continue to create, to learn, and express ourselves. And storytelling is really important. Yes, thank you, Damon. Appreciate that, brother. LinkedIn live streams. Go follow that hashtag. Also, the hashtag that you want to, Damon, I'd love it if you'd put this in there. Put the link into the Pirate Syndicate, the business page. I'm working to get that going, so I want to put that out there. Let me see. Did I set it? Did I save it in my LinkedIn? Yes, company. Here we go. LinkedIn company, Pirate Syndicate. I'm working to get this page a little more visibility, so then I can interview and create different shows beyond the Pirate broadcast, and I can produce shows for other people through the Pirate Syndicate. So the Pirate Syndicate has two sides. One, teaching content creators how to create content, and creating content for business owners through live streaming. It's a pretty simple equation. So thank you, Damon. I appreciate you, brother. And the Pirate Syndicate, yes. I love you, Russ Johnson, all your overflowing constant ideas. Thank you. The Pirate Syndicate, yes. The Pirate Syndicate is, and it's all about, supporting the community. And when you're out on a ship together, everybody knows their job. Everybody has a job. Everybody knows what needs to be done. So there's no hesitation. And that's kind of the concept and the idea. The other thing is, the pirate broadcast is a term that is used in the radio industry if you don't have permission, you don't have a license to broadcast. So broadcast, without permission, you're considered a pirate broadcaster. So the pirate broadcast is exactly that. We don't need permission. You have permission. You have the ability to actually create and produce results by picking up your phone. So it's really important to actually go out there and do something that is important to you. Do what matters to you. Alex says, I was talking to my sister today. She used to work for a company that did live events. They did the design for the stages. etc. I think businesses will start hiring people to do that more as live virtual events. Tim Sohn has done that for years, but I see that increasing. I've done several events in the last year. 2020, I was doing up to 8 events a week, or actually 8 events a month. Let me say that. I was doing weekly events, 8 events per month with live streaming. So it's going to ebb and flow. And as businesses like HEB, like Howard mentioned, are doing live stream shows talking about groceries and everything that they're doing. That's kind of what we're going to see a lot more of. Amazon Live, speaking of Alex, Tim and or actually Chris and Jim Fuse and Chris Stone are doing their Amazon Live. They're crushing it. And also a number of people that I know that are over there doing a lot of great business. And so, these are things that are going to evolve. And if you pay attention and you start to see opportunities, because there are challenges, every challenge holds within it. It's like a golden nugget. Every challenge holds an opportunity. You cannot have one without the other. Every challenge has an opportunity, and you cannot separate that equation. It may not be apparent when you first see it. However, I believe that every challenge there becomes or has the potential to become an opportunity. So when you think of it that way, and you can have a vision, that's like Howard when he created ORL. He has created these. It was out of a shock when he walked in the store to see what kind of chemicals were in children's toothpaste. And he's created this amazing product called ORL that you can actually get. Got one right here. So I put this right here. So he's got this and he's pushing it out, and he's passionate about this. He's passionate about the business. We've, done some work together, and he's actually putting this out, and stores are starting to supply it and everything else. I need to find out if you got your bottles, Howard. I'm curious now. I'll have to find out. But these are ideas that are fostered out of and, amplified from a challenge. Same thing. It's really one of those things that you have to think and consider, that every challenge, there is an opportunity. And it's just your ability to see it, take action, and foster that idea to the next level. Yeah. So find the seam and run through it. Yes, absolutely. Yes, Alex says that's awesome. Yes. Knowing the role and setting your goal. Perfect. Thank you. Pirate Syndicate, hashtag Pirate Syndicate. I just want to share these ideas because they're important to me, and I've invested years of study in technology and systems, and I've managed teams of people, and like Rick Steiner, Rick is a wireless engineer of the highest magnitude, Cisco certified, and he's done some incredible work. We've done some work together in the past before I became a corporate orphan and went on my merry way. And John, person he's working for, John is another individual that is an amazing radio personality, works in the blues industry, has a lot of experience in different technologies and really, yes, Rick, damn it, I'm blushing again. Yeah. Innovation, what humans have been good for thousands of years. Yes. Yeah. Jenny Gold, my sister is doing that in Denver. Wonder if it's the same company. Owner's name, I believe, is Levi. See, this is what it's about. The conversations are going on in the chat of the live stream. So how meta is that? But the point I want to share with you is you do have an opportunity. You have the ability. And I actually put this out there. I actually have multiple shows starting in the next month because I put an offer out there. And I put an offer out there at Cyber Monday to offer an incredibly discounted price to start a show, to put that out there. And I'll continue to share that till the end of the year. Yeah. And if you're interested in something like that, let me know, because life is busy. I know that you may have missed it. You may have not had it in place, but there's I wonder if oh yeah, here it is. This link, the Pirate Syndicate /cyber 1 of 10, because I was only going to offer 10 seats. I still have a few left. And if you are considering a live stream, the strategy that goes along with it, the systems that are built into it, the processes that I've developed over the years, all of these things are part of the process that I'm offering in this particular opportunity. So if that's something that you're interested in learning more about, just drop me a line. Just drop me a line and let me know in the DMs or an email. You can reach me. If you want to book a call, bookruss.com. I'm easy to access, easy to get a hold of and track down. And it's really a simple process, and it's not necessarily for everyone. However, anyone can participate. So I just want to make sure that you have an opportunity to also be involved and engaged. Or if you know somebody that's interested in doing this and they don't know how to start, they don't know where to begin, I'm more than happy with helping with strategy and assisting in getting them launched. So anyway, with that, I'm going to wrap this ramble routine up, and I will continue to be there. Tomorrow we have Carissa. She's a TikTok superstar that has over 1 million followers on TikTok, and she's also on Instagram. And she talks about positive self-improvement, social media, creativity, all of those things. So if that's something that you would like to enjoy and participate in the conversation, yeah, join in. It's out there. Follow it. I posted it on LinkedIn. It's out on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, even Twitch. So the link didn't come up in Facebook feed. Thanks, Damon. Appreciate it. The link didn't. Which link didn't come up? The Pirate Syndicate link. Dang. Well, I'll have to try it again. All right, Jenny. Alex says, Jenny Gold. Oh, I didn't think that the same. P.S. Carter is eating one of your cookies. It's beautiful. Anyway, as you know, and as I share and continue to share and will continue to share, kindness is cool. Smiles are free. And I want you to enjoy the day. And this isn't the last broadcast of the year. However, I wish you a very happy holidays, however you celebrate. Merry Christmas to those that celebrate. And I wish you the very best. And as you can, join me on the next episode of the Pirate broadcast, because kindness is cool. Smiles are free. And you enjoy the day. Take care, everyone. Thank you for joining the Pirate Broadcast. If you found this content valuable, please like, comment, and share it across your social media channels. I would love the opportunity to help others grow in their business. The Pirate Syndicate is a platform where you show up, we produce the show. It's that easy. If you want to be seen, be heard, and be talked about, join the Pirate Syndicate today.